Just imagine. A knife with a design over 200 years old that can still save your life in the wilderness today. Sounds crazy, right? In this video, we're going to explore 10 crazy old knives that are still available on the market. And they're a true goldmine for survival lovers, and trust me, when you see the last knife on this list, you'll be absolutely blown away. 1. The Kukri Nepalese war knife. Picture this. You're deep in the jungle, night has fallen, and the only thing in your hand is the legendary Kukri. This isn't just a knife, it's the weapon that made the Gurkha soldiers feared and respected on battlefields for centuries. The Kukri's curved blade isn't just for looks, it's designed for survival. With one strike, you can cut wood, clear a path through thick brush, or even defend yourself if danger strikes. It's a tool of power, precision, and history all forged into one blade. And here's the crazy part. The Kukri isn't locked away in a museum. You can still buy a real, authentic Kukri today and carry a piece of warrior legacy in your own survival kit. But trust me, this is only the beginning. The knives ahead are even more shocking, more unique, and more insane than you can imagine. 2. The Bowie Knife. American classic. Step back into the 1800s, the Wild West. Cowboys, outlaws, and frontiersmen. Every legend of that era carried one weapon that became a symbol of survival. The Bowie Knife. This wasn't just a blade. It was a lifeline, extra long, razor sharp, and built for versatility. The Bowie could slice through thick game, carve wood for campfires, or stand as a deadly defense in a fight. It wasn't just a knife, it was confidence in your hand. Even today, survivalists and outdoor adventurers swear by the Bowie. Whether you're trekking through the wilderness or setting up camp, its timeless design still proves unmatched. And the best part? You don't have to be a cowboy to own one. Authentic Bowie knives are still being made, and they carry the same wild spirit of the Old West. But hold on, because the next knife in our list is even more brutal and ancient. 3. The Seax, Viking Knife. Now let's sail across to ancient Europe, where the Vikings ruled with fire and steel. Among their most trusted weapons was the Seax, a straight-bladed knife that carried raw power and brutal simplicity. The Seax wasn't just a tool, it was a statement of identity. Every Viking carried one, whether for hunting, carving, or fighting in the heat of battle. Its sharp edge and rugged design made it the ultimate companion in a world where survival meant strength. Even centuries later, the Seax still commands respect. Collectors treasure it, and survival experts admire its practicality. Imagine holding in your hand the same kind of blade that once sailed across stormy seas with fierce warriors. And here's the wild part. You don't need to raid villages to get one. Modern versions of the Seax are still available today. But wait until you see the next knife. It's deceptively simple, yet incredibly powerful. 4. The Pukko, Finnish survival knife. Sometimes the most powerful survival tools aren't the biggest. They're the simplest. Meet the Pukko, a small but highly practical knife that has been a lifeline in Finland for centuries. Villagers used it for almost everything: carving wood, preparing food, hunting, even building shelter. Its compact size made it easy to carry, but don't be fooled by its simplicity. The Pukko is razor sharp, tough, and built for real survival. Bushcrafters and campers today still swear by the Pukko. Why? Because when you're out in the wild, a reliable blade is worth more than any gadget, and the Pukko delivers exactly that. Reliability, strength, and tradition in the palm of your hand. The best part? Authentic Pukkos are still crafted in Finland, using designs that have barely changed in hundreds of years, but trust me, the next knife on this list comes from ancient Egypt, and it looks like something straight out of a warrior's legend. 5. The Khopesh, Egyptian blade. Travel back to ancient Egypt, where mighty pharaohs and warriors marched into battle with a blade unlike any other, the Khopesh. At first glance, it looks like a sword and a knife fused into one, curved, menacing, and powerful. This weapon was designed to strike fear and cut through armor with ease. The Khopesh wasn't just a weapon, it was a symbol of status and strength. Pharaohs carried it not only to fight, but to show power and dominance on the battlefield. Its unique shape made it deadly in combat, yet also iconic in history. Here's the incredible part. You don't have to walk through the sands of Egypt to see one. Modern replicas of the Khopesh are still available today. Some survival enthusiasts use them for heavy chopping, while others treasure them as striking display pieces. And believe me, the next knife on our list was once the secret weapon of World War II commandos. 6. The Fairbairn-Sykes Dagger, World War II knife. Close your eyes and imagine the dark, dangerous nights of World War II. Elite British commandos moved silently behind enemy lines, and in their hands was one weapon that defined stealth and precision: the Fairbairn-Sykes Dagger. Slim, sleek, and deadly sharp, this dagger wasn't meant for chopping wood or building campfires. It was designed for one thing: silent, close quarters combat. Its double-edged blade could pierce with lightning speed, making it a trusted tool for soldiers who relied on the element of surprise. But beyond its deadly role, the dagger became a symbol of courage and skill. For collectors today, owning a Fairbairn-Sykes isn't just about the blade. It's about holding a piece of history forged in the fires of war. And here's the best part. You can still find authentic replicas made to the exact World War II specifications. Now get ready, because the next knife comes from the icy Arctic, and its design is unlike anything you've seen before. 7. The Ulu Knife, Inuit knife. Far in the frozen Arctic, survival has always been a battle against the elements. And for the Inuit tribes, one unique blade became their lifeline, the Ulu Knife. At first glance, it doesn't look like your typical knife. With its half-moon-shaped blade and sturdy wooden handle, the Ulus was designed to do it all, from skinning animals and cutting meat to scraping hides for clothing and even preparing food for the family. This simple-looking tool was a true survival multitasker. What makes it even more fascinating is that the Ulu's design hasn't really changed for centuries. Why? Because it still works perfectly. Campers and outdoor enthusiasts today still use modern versions of the Ulu for cooking, chopping, and bushcraft tasks. So imagine holding in your hand the same blade Arctic survivors trusted for generations. But don't blink. The next knife is curved like a tiger's claw and twice as deadly. 8. The Karambit, Southeast Asian knife. From the dense jungles of Indonesia and the Philippines comes one of the most feared and fascinating blades ever made, the Karambit. Its design is inspired directly from nature, shaped like a tiger's claw, curved and razor sharp. In close combat, the Karambit was unstoppable. Its unique grip and hooked blade allowed warriors to strike fast, slash deep, and maintain complete control, even in the chaos of battle. But this knife isn't just history, it's survival. Modern versions of the Karambit are still in huge demand today. Outdoor enthusiasts love it for tasks like cutting rope, clearing brush, or self-defense, while martial artists train with it as a symbol of deadly precision. Holding a Karambit is like carrying a piece of nature's raw power in your hand. And trust me, if you think this blade is fierce, wait until you see the weapon of choice for Roman soldiers, the legendary Gladius. 9. The Roman Gladius, short sword knife. Step into the ancient arenas of Rome, where gladiators fought for glory and soldiers conquered empires. Their weapon of choice? The legendary Gladius. Technically more of a short sword than a knife, the Gladius was designed for brutal efficiency. Its double-edged blade made it perfect for thrusting in battle, while its compact size allowed soldiers to fight up close with deadly precision. This blade wasn't about elegance, it was about survival on the front lines of history's greatest empire. What's amazing is how timeless its design remains. Even today, survivalists admire the Gladius for its strength and versatility, and collectors around the world still buy modern replicas crafted to the same deadly specifications. Holding a Gladius is like holding a piece of Roman power itself, a blade that helped shape the ancient world. But stay tuned, because our final knife is rare, forgotten by many, yet one of the most unique survival blades ever forged. Knife number 10, the Nepalese Kora, the Forgotten Blade. And finally, we arrive at a blade few people have even heard of, the Kora. An ancient weapon from Nepal, the Kora is as mysterious as it is powerful. With its bold, forward curved design, this blade wasn't built for finesse, it was built for raw power. Heavy chopping, brutal strikes, and hunting tasks were its specialty. For warriors, the Kora was both a tool and a weapon, capable of crushing through armor or clearing thick brush in the wild. What makes it so fascinating is its rarity. Unlike the Kukri, which is world famous, the Kora remains a hidden gem in history, treasured mostly by collectors and survival enthusiasts who want something truly unique. Owning a Kora means holding a forgotten legend in your hands. A blade that once roared on battlefields, but today stands as a rare survival relic. We've completed our journey through 10 of the craziest old knives still available today. And that wraps up our list of 10 insane old knives you can still buy today. It's crazy to think. What once helped warriors and hunters survive centuries ago can still be in your hands today. So tell me, out of all these blades, which one blew your mind the most? The Kukri, the Bowie, or the Karambit? Drop your answer in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this adventure, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Because survival is tough, but the right knife makes all the difference.